fire amid allegations that fire hydrants weren't working at the Charlotte Maxeke Hospital. Questions have emerged as to whether the health facility was compliant with various fire safety regulations and legislation. The Johannesburg hospital has been shut down while the damage is assessed and the cause of the blaze investigated. eNCA's Barry Bateman reports.
A private fire service claims the hydrants at Charlotte Maxeke Hospital weren't working and contributed to the spread of the devastating blaze. The Gauteng government has hit back, saying it has records which show they were last inspected a few months ago. These aspects will form part of an investigation into whether the facility complied with legislation. Fire safety consultant Bevan Wolf says the law includes the Occupational Health and Safety Act,
which includes fire extinguishers, fire hose reels and fire hydrants that have to be maintained on an annual basis. So the onus is on the owner in terms of legislation to at least service the equipment once a year.
He says fire technicians responsible for inspecting equipment must be registered with the SA Qualification and Certification Committee, which is the fire industry regulatory body. The technicians must in turn be employed by a registered company.
That, to a large degree, should ensure that if a competent person who is registered is doing the maintenance, that the maintenance should be up to a standard that meets the minimum requirements in terms of the legislation.
Wolf, who was involved in the Bank of Lisbon investigation, says in his experience there's a low level of compliance on fire safety regulations in the public sector. Apart from the alleged unavailability of access to water, Wolf says a lack of expertise may have compounded problems at the Charlotte Maxeke Hospital.
That a fire that was allegedly under control earlier in the day, reported in the media as being under control, then got out of control and virtually burnt to a situation where it was uncontrollable and caused structural damage. That should not occur. So there are challenges in the service, and then there are possible challenges also in the maintenance within these very important, these key services that we have, especially a hospital, which is a high life risk situation.
Meanwhile, the Public Servants Association has called on government to ensure that all health and safety regulations are adhered to. The union will urgently seek a meeting with the provincial government to discuss the hospital fire. Barry Bateman, Johannesburg.